Right. This is shambles. This is shambles. Let me just find a video. Find this stream. More concerns. It was only friendly. Still more concerns. It's acceptable. Not acceptable. Let me just go live on my Instagram. Not acceptable. Nope. Nope. Not acceptable. Might only be a friendly, but it's not acceptable. I mean, we see the same pattern start as we finish. You know what I mean? Or, yeah, start as we finished. I'm seeing the same bullshit. But I'll get onto Man United as well. And their bullshit. We'll get onto that. We'll get onto that. Hopefully you can all hear me. Postman, pack manager, Arteta needs sacking, bro. Now broken Coca-Cola bottle. Well, you know, I've been trying to tell, man. If Coutinho was to leave Arsenal, Balogun must start as number one striker. No, you see, Arteta ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna start Balogun. He ain't gonna start Balogun ahead of Nketiah. We saw Nketiah's quality last night, didn't we? We saw it, didn't we? Those of you who may have watched the game, if you didn't, check the highlights. You know what I mean? Nketiah, again, proved not good enough. And that was only a friendly. You know what I mean? Like, we've got a community shield coming up. So you think the players would be a little bit more sharp because everyone's going to want to play at Wembley, right? Because that's the game that I'm looking for the most, looking forward to the most. And I still do think we'll win it. I still do think we'll beat Man City for it, right? Because Arsenal being Arsenal, I can see us doing that. But after what I saw last night, Ramsdale, I mean, it was no different to how we finished the season. You know what I mean? Why is he conceding a goal, a low power shot with the weak foot of Bruno Fernandes? Why is he conceding that? And then he's conceding at his near post to Sancho of all players. After Gabriel, you know, he's got his Bozo gene back now. So after Gabriel, who looks like, for that moment in time, he looks like the Brazilian Rob Holding, right? Miskicked the ball. And what was I saying in my videos? What was I saying in my videos, right? Yeah, I know it's only friendly, but I said next season, right? When it comes to games like versus Man U, Man City, all them big games, right? They will get goals by us fucking up. And we showed that in a friendly. You know what I mean? In a friendly. Now, people might say, oh, mate, it's only a friendly. Why are you kicking off? Okay, would you have had that energy if Rice got a hat-trick in this game? You know what I mean? If Rice made 3 goal line clearances in the last game, would you turn around and said, oh, it's only a friendly, it don't mean anything? No, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? Tini need to be captain or Rice. Tini probably go Man City. I don't understand what's going on with Tini. I don't understand why he's not starting games. Like what? We know Tomiyasu can play as a left back as well as him being a right back. He's played Kiwior at left back as well. It's like Arteta will do anything. He'll probably play Havertz at left back next. Probably will. He'll probably play Havertz at left back before you start Tini. But anyways, as I was meant to start this, you know, full time, Arsenal 0, Manchester United 2. And we also lost on penalties, but I was already asleep by the time the penalties went round because I fell asleep deep into the second half. But I know that Fabio Vieira was the one that missed the penalty. You know, Vieira, who I tried to defend, who I can no longer defend. Him and Nketiah need binning. They need binning. Straight up, they need binning. I don't even want to stress because it was, you know, only a friendly. But, you know, we saw how serious Man United took this friendly. It meant more to them beating us than anything. You know what I mean? It meant more. For me, it was more of, I just want to see the players, you know, look the part. You know what I mean? Win, lose, draw, whatever. Look the part. You know what I mean? And it was more of, you know, players getting run out and then, you know, I don't want anyone getting injured. But that little bastard at centre-back for Man United, you know, Martinez, you know, the midget centre-back, you know, I don't think it matters what occasion the game is for. Like, Arsenal Man United could play a football match at a funeral and the United players will still see it as it's a cup final. You see, if they had that energy against Man City last season, Man City wouldn't have won the treble, would they? You know what I mean? Because they'd won the FA Cup. You see that? You see how it works? You know what I mean? I've been telling man all the time. You know what I mean? Man, you take us seriously more than anybody else. That's why they'll stay where they are. You know what I mean? Why is Martinez going in for a tackle like that? I think it was on Saka. Saka, again, getting kicked about. You know what I mean? And this is what's going to happen all season. Saka's going to keep getting kicked. And he's too much of a nice guy to match that energy. It's going to keep happening. Because teams will know, just kick Saka. You know what I mean? It'll disrupt what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? The moment Arsenal try and get rough, try and match that energy, the ref will blow his whistle. Oh, no, you can't do that. That's what will happen. What's this? Balanced one wants to be in this live video. Right, I've accepted your request. But that's what will happen. You know what I mean? Ref will blow his whistle straight away the moment we try and match energy. That's what will happen. You know what I mean? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you an Arsenal fan?
Yeah.
Did you watch the game last night? No. Well, it was.
No.
Have you seen the highlights?
I want to go check it out now.
Check out the highlights, and you'll see why Nketiah is not good enough. In all fairness, Rice in that game, I didn't really know he played until, you know, I think when the cameras pan on him, and I don't want to get too deep into well, this shows that Arsenal are gonna not get top four next season, but my concerns that Arsenal have shown it in the last game. That's why I did the video of the last game when we beat MLS 5-0 and the defensive errors. And then in this game, we made 2 defensive errors. And then it was more of the first goal was more of Ramsdale. He should have saved it.
Because he can't be bringing those kind of errors to the Premier League. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I don't know if Arteta can try and fix that problem. Because he cost up, even in that Southampton match that we drew 3-3, it all started with his error. And it messed us up, Charlie. Started dropping the team's confidence. And it's things like that soils the team. I don't know how to put it, Sha.
It's Arteta being Arteta, and he's going to do this next season. And I'll tell you what he's going to do. For people watching, I'll tell you exactly what Arteta is going to do next season. Right? He'll keep playing Havertz, and Havertz will keep playing shit just like he did last night, and he'll keep getting chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. That's what's going to happen next season. Havertz will earn being in the starting 11. Right? But Arteta's going to keep
Yeah.
playing him, and it's going to fuck us up. That's what's going to happen.
Because I don't think Havertz was the ideal choice for our midfield. Because I don't know what Arteta was trying to sign there in Havertz. He was last season when he played as a striker for Chelsea, he was horrendous. And now this season, I don't know where they're trying to put him in that attacking midfield position when he's not playing there. Well, so I think we should get Kudus, right? They said we're linked to Kudus. If Kudus can join Odegaard,
I don't know how good
this. I feel like
I don't know how good this Kudus guy is, so I don't have an opinion on this guy. But what I do know is Havertz ain't good enough to be playing at this football club, and even in friendlies, he's shown it. I mean, if you're showing that you're not good enough in a friendly, Jesus Christ! I mean, comment on my YouTube. Thank God that was just a friendly, because if that was in the league, and then that's the point. If it was in the league, we're getting smoked. 700 million Arteta spent. We're not going nowhere, bro. Brendan Rodgers 2.0. I've called it. He's a Spanish Brendan Rodgers. That's what Arteta is. He's won the same thing in England as Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers finished second to Man City after nearly winning the league. He won Leicester the FA Cup. Arteta won Arsenal FA Cup. Arteta finished second to Man City. Arteta won the Community Shield. Brendan Rodgers won the Community Shield. Literally, if Arteta wins the Community Shield on the 6th of August, right, he's topped Brendan Rodgers by winning 2 Community Shields.
Exactly.
It's literally the Spanish Brendan Rodgers. And it's only a matter of time before this fan base sees it. Maybe if we get brushed in the Champions League. But it's just...
I really hope he actually goes somewhere in this Champions League. Maybe at least a semi-final finish. Because you can't spend 200 mil and then get kicked out of the group stage.
For me, he has to win it. He has to win it.
Yeah.
We want to be in the Champions League so bad. Let's win it. That's what he should do. Should be going all out. He owes us the league title now anyway, because it's an absolute shambles that he will cost us the league. You look at him. He plays Trossard in March. He was man of the player of the month for March. He starts him against Leeds United in April. Everything was going good. Then he doesn't play him. He doesn't start him for the rest of April. Bear in mind, Arsenal were unbeaten when Trossard started games at that period. So if Arteta can do that, he can do anything. You see, if he plays Odegaard, Rice, and Partey in midfield, I think that midfield will work. But what Arteta will do is he'll fuck it up by keep playing Havertz. That's what he'll do. That's what he'll do.
Like I said, that favors left footers. I don't know why. Favors left foot won't allow Saka to sit down for an entire game and still sign someone like Havertz when we're linked to so many other good players.
I think for me, maybe because I don't know what Havertz is good at, but I'd probably say bring him on to replace Saka in games that we're closing out and put Havertz on the right wing. Because him in midfield, I just can't see that working. Him up top, I can't see that working. I'd say him on the right wing, at least on the right-hand side, would work better than what we're currently doing. But it's just... I'm still baffled by this signing. I mean, we'll have to see in the Community Shield. I mean, I know we've got Barcelona next in a friendly. I think that's the last friendly before we play Man City. But we can't be going into the season bringing that kind of form, because it's just shambolic if we do that.
I think the Community Shield is a must-win for us to show us that maybe we haven't been playing around throughout this time that we finished second to Man City. After all the hype, we finished second. So this Community Shield is a must-win that we can beat Man City this season. So because we could in our 3 matches last season that we played against Man City, we couldn't win one.
Nope.
And it was kind of because anytime we feel like we're going to face Man City, it's the same story. And this competition is a must because like it tells Arsenal fans, right, that we can beat Man City, especially when it matters the most.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think we'll beat them in the Community Shield, but I think they'll still beat us at least twice in the next season. It's just, but the Community Shield, I do think that I do think they will beat them. But if we're anything like that last night, then Man City will walk all over us. The defensive errors in the MLS game, and then last night, it's bang out of water. It's not good enough. Got Barcelona on Thursday. It's 3:30 a.m. UK time.
Against Barca.
Arteta spend 200 million this summer and Blaze squad still not the title ready. Still need more players. Still need more players if we're gonna try and win the league. I mean, it's. I literally don't know. I don't know. The Havertz signing, I don't know. He's gonna keep Nketiah at this club. That's suicidal. He's most likely gonna sell Balogun. That's suicidal. He's gonna keep treating Tini like this. That's suicidal.
Stop it. Get some help.
Can't keep doing that. We can't keep doing it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, the game last night, again, as I said, it meant more to Man U than it did us. Like, you could tell by Ten Hag's face that, you know, that really meant a lot to him. Right? Really meant a lot. United fans, they'll be gassed. But let's just not forget that we've seen this play out before. We've seen Arsenal have good pre-season, and they didn't match that energy in the season. Going into the 2016 season, remember that treble that we won in the Community Shield, in the Friendlies? You know, we won 2 trophies in pre-season of 2015, and 2015, and then we beat Chelsea in the Community Shield. That made it a 3rd trophy, let's just say. You know, the pre-season treble. And what did we do? Oh yeah, we finished behind Leicester, didn't we? You know what I mean? This is what I mean. We've seen Man U have good pre-season. I'm sure Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave him a good pre-season, and so did Louis van Gaal, and they had a shocking season going into it. So if United fans want to get gassed because they're beating Arsenal in the friendly, they can have it. You know what I mean? My thing is that little shit, right, Martinez. That little shit. No, I don't understand why he's going in for tackles the way he was. Don't understand that. But then again, he's small, so he has to make up for it he has to dive in some more. But it's only a matter of time before he hurts himself again, lunging into something. So fuck him. But as for us, I mean, we just looked like. I honestly thought we'd have beaten Man U, in all fairness. I thought we would have won 3-1 or something. I thought it was just one of them. But we didn't. It's not a crime that we lost. My thing is the manner of, you got Ramsdale, who looked like he forgot the form that he was in last season for, well, at least the portion of where we were keeping two bit of clean sheets. And then Nketiah, who Arteta chose to put up front, and then he showed us again why he's not good enough. And obviously we've got Community Shield coming up. So that's the game where it's like, I'm going to make sure I'm playing up to standard so that I get to play in the Community Shield. Now, I hope Nketiah doesn't see the Community Shield. I don't want him anywhere near it. Don't want him anywhere near the game. You start Jesus, right? Up top. Maybe even start Balogun and put Jesus on the wing or something. You know what I mean? But I don't want to see Nketiah. I don't want to see Nketiah in this team. We've seen enough now. We've seen enough. I mean, seen enough for him to say that he ain't gonna exactly bag us 10 plus goals next season, is he? Because Nketiah ain't that good. But as I said, Arteta will keep playing him, and he'll keep playing Havertz, and he'll keep overplaying Havertz. Havertz will show, actually, you're not good enough, and the Arsenal fans are going to call it out. I'm telling you right now, right? Maybe even AFTV and them man. Maybe them man are even going to call it out and say Havertz ain't that good. Start Rice with Partey and have Odegaard. Odegaard on the right. Maybe Rice on the left and Partey in the middle, or Partey on the left and Rice in the middle. You know what I mean? I could see us putting that team out, right, and having like 100% win record, and Arteta will fuck it up because he wants to play Havertz. That's what I can see happening. That's a very Arteta thing to do. That's a very Arteta thing to do. Starting 11, he'll have a starting 11 that will have a 100% win record, you know, like the one last season where you had Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Saka. That starting 11 had a 100% win record last season. 100% win record that starting 11 had. You know what I mean? Now, when we lost our first game last season, first game that we lost, which was against Man U, Partey was the one that wasn't there. You know what I mean? And then obviously we've seen injuries, kicking and everything like that. But I can see this season, it'll be something like Rice and Partey being in that midfield will at least be on some sort of form, and Arteta will fuck it up because he wants to keep playing Havertz when he could play him on the right. You know what I mean? He could take Saka off in a game and put him on there. You know what I mean? But then again, Reece Nelson signed a new contract, so that means that he's definitely going to be, you know, in that role. But yeah, it is what it is with that game last night. But yeah, my concern is as long as the players are all fit, and all fit, no injuries, because that's my only because as I said earlier, that was my concern of playing Man United, because I know how they see it. Like, you know, these I don't know if they're still living from the trauma of 2002, because you know it must hurt knowing that, you know, the rivalry that Arsenal Man U have, the fact that Arsenal was the one that won the league title at your ground. Should everything go well this season coming up, we could do it again. You know what I mean? We could do it again. If should everything go to plan, Arsenal could repeat 2002. You know what I mean? I don't think Man United fans would really like that so much. You know what I mean? So the better pray it ain't going to happen. It won't happen anyway, but, you know, if it's getting close and Arsenal top of the table and whatever, because I think it's like third to last game of the season or something like that, the better pray it doesn't happen, because I'm telling you, you'll never live it down. And then they can have the whole, oh, you beat us in the pre-season friendly. You know what I mean? Because we know they're going to cling on to that, because that's the type of fan base they are. You know what I mean? Then never mind that when it comes to them against Man City, well, we know who's the heavy one, don't we? We know who the heavyweights are. We know who the lightweights are. You know what I mean? You see, all they can do is at best beat Man City at Old Trafford. Oh wow, wow. You know what I mean? When it really matters, because let's face it, these men haven't finished above Man City for 10 years now. You know what I mean? So, you know, but we beat Arsenal in the pre-season friendly. So that means that, you know, Man United they're gonna win a quadruple now. But what I'll say, facts. Imagine if we win the league again at their ground, I'll drink their tears all summer. Just imagine. Just imagine, because it could happen. It could happen. You know what I mean? Like, it could, it could happen. It's very possible if Arsenal do things right. You know what I mean? It could happen, but it won't happen. That won't happen again, man. Well, maybe not in our lifetime. But you never know. You never know. You know what I mean? But we know what one thing we do know for sure is you know, if say it got down to that game and Arsenal just needed a point in that game to win the league, we know United will do. They'll literally try and break the players' legs. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. What? Wait a minute. In fact, let me check the date. Let me check the date of that fixture. Let me check the date. Let me check the date. See how far I can go. 11th of May. Oh shit! It's the second to last game. Because we've got Everton at home on the 19th of May. Obviously, we know cup games and everything like that could move games. So, but as it stands on here, Man United is the second to last game of the season at Old Trafford. So, I mean, 27th of April, we've got Tottenham away. So, for all we know, if everything went well with Arsenal, right? Somehow went well. If everything went well, right, we could win the league at Tottenham again, and it'll be at the new ground, or we could win it. I mean, we've got Bournemouth at home after that, but then we can win it at Man U. I'm just listing possibilities. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but Jesus Christ, if it came down to that United game, I think the players would literally try and kill our players just for it not to happen. Because that's the kind of club they are. That's the kind of club they are. You know what I mean? Players will probably have a sniper on the roof or something above the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. Shoot fucking Saka when he runs down the wing or something. You know what I mean? Because we know Saka's an easy target for all this. You know what I mean? But Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? That'll be so funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna deep this friendly too much. Again, like I said, it is only a friendly, but at the same time, I'm looking at the bigger picture because I'm not happy with seeing Ramsdale concede the goals in the manner that he did. I'm not happy with our defensive performance because it's not just this game; it was the last game as well. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing Havertz, and it's like, what are you good at? You know what I mean, I saw Nketiah last night dragging a shot off target. At least hit it at the keeper. It might go under his legs. You know what I mean? Now, one thing I'm gonna make a prediction of is Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, right? Now, obviously, we're yet to see anything that resembles a player that is £105 million worthy, right? But it's only been 2 friendlies. But I'm going to make a prediction. And this is not me taking shots at Declan Rice. This is not me saying he's a crap player, because he's not. But I have a feeling that Thomas Partey is going to look more like the £105 million player than what Declan Rice will. That's my prediction. I think Thomas Partey is going to up his game, provided he stays, of course. I think it's going to get to a point where he's going to look like the 105. It will look like we paid 105 million for him, more than Rice. But that's not me saying that Rice is going to be crap. I just don't think Rice is going to live up to it as much. But he's still going to be, a good player for us, I think. You know what I mean? But I just think that Partey he's gonna up his game. I mean, from what I saw of the game before I fell asleep, his Partey did look all right when he came on. From what I saw, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think I've got much more to say on it. I mean, because it's only friendly. I didn't even want to cover friendlies. I mean, I didn't even want to cover friendlies. But when I see what I see, it's like, nah, I've got to say something about it. But yeah, stay tuned because I might cover the Barcelona game because I can't imagine Arsenal just not doing anything that's gonna have me not do a video about it. So I'm probably gonna do a video about the Barcelona game. But obviously the Community Shield on the 6th of August, fam. I'm gonna be covering that. So stay tuned for the match preview of that and the match reaction. See how I'm gonna do it next season is my match previews are gonna be edited. They're gonna be pre-recorded, the match previews. But the match reactions, not all of them, but the match reactions are going to be live streams. So you'll have a live reaction to all the games that I'm going to do the live reactions to. But the match previews, they're going to be solely pre-recorded. Because at least with a match reaction, anybody that has an opinion on the game or whatever, at least they can chime in. You know what I mean? Whereas match preview is just match preview. I don't need anybody to chime in on a match preview, but match reactions, people can chime in and give their opinions and everything like that. So that's how it's going to be. So stay tuned for that. So I'm probably going to cover the Barcelona game just to see how we do. And yeah, the Community Shield, start of the season, pre-recorded match previews, match previews and live stream match reactions. So yeah, anyways, how we start as we finish, or finish as we started. So like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace.